And there came a day unlike any other, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars Comics Daily from Scorcher Hill, hosted by Brian Keown and Matt Wood. From Scorcher Hill, this is Star Wars Comics Daily. I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
Welcome to episode 140 of Star Wars Comics Daily. Star Wars Legacy number 35. Star Wars Legacy number 35 was released April 29th, 2009.
Story is by John Ostrander and Jan Duursema. Penciler is Jan Duursema. Inker is Dan Parsons. Colorist is Brad Anderson. Letterer is Michael Heisler. And the cover is by Jan Duursema and Brad Anderson.
Man, I gotta say, Jan Duursema, we've complimented her a lot in the past. Mm-hmm. Credit where credit's due. This is a well-drawn issue.
For sure.
I think she gets better as this comic goes on. I mean,
yeah,
that's where I'm at. But
yeah, she's great.
Sorry, I'm typing Ronk Bite into the dismemberment list before I forget. Don't want to forget our 18th dismemberment. Brian, you have the summary for this one, don't you?
I do.
Hit me.
All right. Nina Calixte watches Warlock and the Sith return to Coruscant and wonders if Crate is really in a healing coma or is actually dead. Rowan Fell is angry that his knights were unable to capture the Mara amulet, possibly the only weapon that can destroy Crate. They can't even verify if Crate died. Back on Kifex, Cade and Sin tear up a local bar. The fight spills into the streets, and the provincial guards, including Cade's cousin Anna, are called in. Cade is officially out of control, calling down lightning. Sin and Anna eventually calm Cade down, and Sin knocks out Anna so they can escape. They get back to Nat's place, and Cade fills Azlyn in. They get back to Nat's place, and Cade finds Azlyn in her brand new Vader suit. Mm-mm. She does not want this half-life, and lashes out at Cade. Nat offers to get her off planet, and Drew tells Cade that he has betrayed them all, and he needs to leave as well. 2 days later, the Imperial Knights arrive to take Azlyn home. Cade and Sin discuss why they always ruin everything, and Cade sort of takes this responsibility. He always forgets that he can't do anything right. He decides that they shouldn't care about anything or anyone, and they take off for the Outer Rim. And
yeah,
that
man.
is Legacy 35. Maybe Cade has hit rock bottom, although he doesn't act like it, so I'm going to think he probably hasn't.
No, dude. He's got, there's fathoms he could sink.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost shoots Jiraiya. Like, had he actually pulled the trigger, I would be like, yeah. What am I doing calling him Jiraiya? That's not his... Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That is his name, yeah.
I know, but I don't call him that.
Right. His name is Stin, because that's cool, dude. It's got a Y in it.
Oh, it's so metal. I don't have anything for the Darth Rylock scene, and, you know...
Yeah, that's why I kind of just threw it in there real quick. Yeah. I do like Rowan Fell's all angry at his dopey Imperial Knights.
No, this I want to talk about, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only cool thing about the first page is you get to see all the Sith guys are back, even Darth Nil.
Right, exactly, which, you know, you want Darth Nil to be able to do some more, but whatever. It's all good. I have decided that I think what's this? Ronan Fell is a bad guy.
Well, he's probably because he's just really frustrated that you always call him Ronan Fell, and his name is Rowan Fell.
Okay, well...
He's not a Kree guy. He's a Star Wars guy.
Oh, boy. But no, he's bad.
He's definitely a jerk, but, you know, as we've talked about, as much as, you know, if you're going to call your government an empire, you're probably not a great guy.
Sure. I like how he doesn't like to say Crate's name. He calls him, like, the usurper.
Yeah.
We get Jedi Master Sind. He gets a nice little call out.
Yeah.
Over on Mon Cala. Looks like he's getting recruited.
I guess, yeah. I'm not sure if this takes place before or after, because remember there's that scene where he calls up Sin and he's like, you got to come back. And Sin's like, well, I can't. My ship's broke.
That's why I think this takes place after that, because he's actually sending someone to go get him.
Yeah, maybe so.
So, okay. Master Dare. Who's Master Dare?
I don't know.
Because I thought that was...
Yeah, I've forgotten these Imperial Knight guys' names. That's why I didn't name him. And when the dude with the ponytail picks up,
She is
Aslan,
Siegel Dare.
is that the female that's there?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, honestly, when I read it, I just assumed that was a Mariah, but it doesn't really look at her like her now that I look at her.
She shows up in Legacy 3/6/22, 33, and now in 35, and I don't remember her at all.
I'm sure she was just a female knight that was in the, because I mean, she didn't even say anything here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the first time that I really remember her being part of the story. To Draco...
Unless it's that woman that he was sparring with at one time, but that's a different character.
No, that's not her. She is unnamed. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so Master Dare's got to go and get Fish People guy. Krieg is going to find out where Kay took Azlyn Rae. He does that pretty quickly. Good for him. And Draco just has to stay and hang out.
Just brood and think about Marseille, I guess. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, you paid way more attention to that than I did.
Well,
I've written off the Imperial Knights at this point. Whatever. They don't seem to have a huge part in anything. I'm sure they'll end up doing something, but
who knows? Honestly.
Yeah.
But we know that. Krait's not dead, so what can you do?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Meanwhile, back at the bar fight, which is stupid and goes on for 18 pages.
Mm-hmm.
We got behind the scenes here from Wikipedia, in which they say when Cade Skywalker is fighting the ugly. By the way, that's so dumb. Ugly brothers.
I was gonna say. So is that their species, or is that their group?
I think that's the gang.
Right.
Because there's multiple species, but I think that's like their gang. We're the Ugly Brothers.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun? A wall behind them is covered in Arabesh graffiti, which has no actual meaning. Some of the symbols are not even Arabesh. I just love that Wikipedia. We gotta make sure
ugly brothers don't know how to read and write, dog.
Yeah,
they just
exactly.
spray paint stuff. We're ugly.
They certainly are ugly, and man, just Cade beats him up, and that's so dumb.
Well, that's what they were. I mean, the last issue was like, let's go fight some stuff, and Sin's like, yeah, let's go fight.
Well, yeah, but I want them to get beat up a little bit. But they are ugly. And yeah, Cade makes him lick his boots. Ugh.
Right, uses the Force to make him lick his boots. Yeah.
Oh, does he really?
That's what I assumed, because the guy's like, I'm not licking your boots, and they're like, oh, you're gonna lick my boots. So I assume, because he says, because ugly brothers don't lick no boots. Sure they do, you want to, and then he licks them. Yeah, I assume that he's using the Jedi mind trick on him.
God, Cade is the worst.
Yes.
That's so awful.
Yep.
Man, I hope Cade gets so killed in this comic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It feels like this should be his, because, he sort of starts to feel bad at the end. It feels like this should be his rock bottom, but he's being such a jerk about it. I don't think it is.
God, makes that ugly brother.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, you ready to get introduced to a new character?
Sure. Well, if you're talking about Anna or whatever her name is, we've already met her.
When did we meet her? Because this is the first time she's identified and given a name.
That's not true. Because she's Jiraiya's girlfriend. Because they talk about she's going off to join the Provincials in one of the earlier issues when they're hanging out by the pool.
This says it is the first time she is identified as Anna Rock.
Maybe they didn't give her a name, but I mean...
yeah.
He definitely... Because Jiraiya was definitely going out with... Maybe this is her sister or something. Maybe it's a different character. I assumed it was just his girlfriend, though.
I assume that it is. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't have I just have this trade paperback with the 5 issues, so I don't have the earlier comic books, but...
She's Drew's daughter.
Right.
Okay.
And he is going out with Drew's daughter. They've definitely talked about it. Maybe they
Okay.
didn't give her a name at that point, but I thought they had.
How is he going out with her? Like, he doesn't see Drew and Nat for months and months and months. Like, I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, they set up that when they were kids that they would visit Nat, and Nat sort of halfway raised him with Rav or whatever his name is. So I think they all grew up together, sort of.
Hmm. Everybody just lonely out in Star Wars land.
Right. Because that is a weird thing. Because it did, like I said, it feels like they definitely knew Nat when they were younger, but it was they still hung out with that Rav guy, or they still wanted to be Ravagers, I guess. So they went out and were space pirates, but.
What do you think those weapons are? Those little batons. They're exactly that.
Oh, that sort of almost look like lightsabers, but they're just little batons. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I assume. Sure, because they've got blasters too.
I got the weapons and technology up, and apparently her gun's called the Rock Chop Special.
Okay.
Pretty cool. But yeah, no name for them, so I guess they're just like little batons. But yeah, they straight up look like just lightsabers.
Yeah.
Man, look at that Quinlan Voss kid that gets punched into the ground by Cade. Cade's the worst.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like overly excited about a Quinlan Voss grandchild.
What?
I haven't been sold on Quinlan Voss being an amazing character in Legacy or in the EU. I have been sold on him being pretty cool in Clone Wars and in Dark Disciple.
I was gonna say it was cool in that. That's really aside from just kind of somehow knowing that he was greater than comic books. I don't really know much about him other than that.
Right. He's certainly not used in the movie as much as you would think he would be.
I honestly never even knew he was in the movies until we talked about it at some point. Like I think the last time.
No, yeah. Well, honestly, he's not used in the movies. I mean, he's not, but he is in one scene in Phantom Menace. And like not as a Jedi. He's just some like dude. You know when like Sebulba like chokes out Jar Jar, like after Jar Jar eats the fish. Like, in the background, just hanging out on Tatooine, you can see a guy with like a yellow streak on his nose, and that's Quinlan Voss. So it's hardly a cameo.
Okay, so I'm looking on Wikipedia, by the way, and Anna, or however you say his name is, that they only have one kid. Drew only has one kid, so that had to have been her in the earlier stories.
Okay, I'm cool with that. So she's a cop?
Yeah, they say at some point that she's the prov, that she's going off to be trained to be a prov, so.
Okay. Cool.
A Kifu Guardian is what they're called.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, Cade's going to try and kill her.
Sure.
Luckily, Sin gets in the way and is like, hey, please don't do that. Cade is a psychopath.
I don't know if she shows up again. I mean, she must, because I don't know how else they would know this, but apparently she has a prosthetic right eye. She's got a cybernetic eye.
She has to show up. That's not a thing yet. I didn't know that.
Right.
I don't know about that. Her eyes are drawn normal, so like one's not a different color.
Yeah, and obviously she also is related to Quinlan Voss because Drew is related to Quinlan Voss as well.
Yeah. You see, Sin puts that leech thing on her neck.
Yeah.
What is that?
I had no idea.
I want to say this is some kind of thing that we've seen before.
It seems, yeah, because I was the same way as like maybe he used some kind of biological tech when they were going into the temple to save Cade, maybe, but I could just be retconning that in my own head. I don't know.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm gonna click on her profile and I'm gonna control find, and I'm gonna type in the word neck. Nothing comes up. So.
Oh, I was gonna say her. Yeah, like I said, I just looked her up. Her Wikipedia page is like half a paragraph or something. She's not.
It's not much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what is that thing? Because.
Maybe it's some sort of. I guess it's.
It looks like a biological, like Uzon Vong kind of.
I was gonna say it's got to be some kind of Uzon Vong thing, because like now more that I think about it, the more my head is like, yes, he used some kind of some kind of Uzon Vong thing when they went into that temple.
Well, that's certainly not cool.
No, it's definitely. Well, I mean, he's Sin. Come on.
This is
of course, it's not cool. Yeah.
It says there's a Godel in this comic. I didn't see one.
I think one of the uglies is a Godel.
I mean, one of the ugliest has a horn missing, and I thought that might be.
Yeah.
I guess he is a Godel.
Yeah.
The guy with the stick who says, "Tu
Yeah.
plata banqui blanco
Right.
gospel." Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a sweet
Man,
mustache thing, or whatever.
that sucks. He can't predict the future or whatever they do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bunch of injured Godels. Maybe that is what's his name?
Well, this is 140 years later, but I guess we don't know how old he is. I
Yeah.
can't remember that guy's name either. It starts with a G, but I don't remember what it was.
I could type in famous Godels, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Sin and Cade get on their speeder that does not have wheels.
Yeah.
Got this mysterious character that old Rowan Thale is talking to.
Yes, because everybody's always talking to some dude in a cloak on a holograph. So what was the point of even having a holograph of the guy? But
Yeah.
I have absolutely no idea who that person is supposed to be. I don't know if that's somebody we're supposed to know, or I don't know.
I am looking at the character list.
I mean, I guess it could be Nina Kalix, theoretically, if she's double agenting on them. But
yeah, but why not show her, right?
Yeah, sure.
I got nothing. I'm clicking like first appearances, and everyone that comes up is like a member of the police or whatever you call them.
Yeah, the provincial guardians, dude.
Thank you, thank you so much. So yeah, I have no idea who this person is. So I'm going to assume it's somebody that's Scooby Dooing someone else.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah. We get the reveal of that awesome suit that Azlyn Rae now has to wear.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It sucks. It's awful.
It's bad.
I think it's purposely awful because we've seen Duursema design other stuff and it looks cool. I think this is supposed to look awful.
What if she had a cape?
Probably couldn't hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it sucks that she has like metal fingers and hands. Like, give her like a glove. At least, like Darth Vader has a glove, right? So.
Yeah.
Everybody remembers that book, The Glove of Darth Vader.
Okay.
Where there's whales in the temple.
I mean, they do give her a cloak later when she's all like, "Can you get me off planet?" And that's
The
like,
cloak,
sure.
the cloak's not bad.
Yeah, it covers up the horrible armor.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not really thrilled that Delia puts that gun to her head and like bells out Cade, because once again, Cade deserves to die.
Yeah, but she's definitely loyal to Cade. I mean, at the end, I didn't really go over it in the synopsis, but she's like, "Yeah, let's get out of here." She goes with Sin and Cade.
Poor Drew.
Yeah,
Drew truly is a victim here
sure.
of Cade's awfulness. Good for you, Azlyn Rae. Go with Draco or whoever this guy is. No, this is Ganner. This is Ganner Craig, right?
Yeah, Draco's the other guy.
Yeah, you know.
And I think, isn't this guy in love with her?
I don't know.
I think he is.
Probably
I think
not
he is.
anymore.
Right.
Not because she's messed up. It's because she's wearing that stupid costume.
Yeah, because I think we were making fun of him because both of the knights are in unrequited love situations.
Yeah, that seems very much the case.
Yeah.
Let me ask this, and I think the answer is going to piss me off. All this lightning that's happening, that's been happening, right? That's not Cade's anger.
I can't imagine it is. Like, we didn't talk about it, but in the fight, he does get hit by lightning, and he just, like, sucks it in and, like, uses it.
Yeah.
Either that or that's what it looks like. I guess, theoretically, he could be pulling it down, but it looks like normal lightning. It does not kind of blue like Force lightning usually is. Like when he's playing with Jiraiya's hair, which we also skipped.
Yeah. No, that was
Because that's like, I don't understand what was going on in that scene, so who cares?
Because there's not lightning going off on this planet all the time. Because remember the swimsuit special?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's storms on planets, and sometimes we have storms. I mean,
I guess so.
lightning was hitting the Washington Monument the other day.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No political comment or anything, there. It was just a cool capture of the Washington Monument getting struck by lightning, and
Right,
it just
yes,
looked super, super sweet.
Right, yeah, I don't think God was angry, although he should be.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he is, but yeah. But I don't know. I'm worried that it's just Cade being really angry, and therefore
I don't think so. I think they would have commented on it. I mean, like, I'd probably the subtext is like, yes, there's storms going on, and it's reflecting this. But I think that's just an artistic deal. I don't think he's actually pulling lightning down or anything.
If Cade has that power, shoot him in the head, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're all on board with that. If Cade can conjure freaking lightning, yeah, kill him. Because he's a problem.
Well, he can conjure lightning. I mean, he does force lightning all the time.
Well, like atmospheric lightning.
Yeah.
That's no good. Oh, well. The Mynock's taken off.
By the way, this collection is called Storms, what I've got here. So I think that storyline, the two stories, is that 2 issues is called Storms. So,
but it's not Thunder in the Stars, is it, Brian?
No, there was no thunder in these stars, for sure.
Yeah. No, that's all I really got for this one. You got anything else?
No, but yeah, like I said, I just hope that hopefully this will be the turn for Cade, but I kind of feel like it's not going to be.
I don't want to comment on Duursema's arc because I love it, but there is a bit of a consistent thing of like Delilah trying to. It's almost like she knows she's in a panel that's too small, and she's constantly having to bend down to fit in it.
I mean, I guess.
I've seen this panel a couple times, and it's just I don't know.
I mean, at least in this panel, she's actually working on the ship theoretically, so she needs to bend over. But yeah, I mean. Sure. She's definitely here to be the sexy girl.
Oh, yeah.
Which, like, as we've talked about, is kind of a bummer. I wish she was a little bit more than that.
Yeah. She's pretty good. Well, she's had her scenes with it, but then she does things like defend Cade, and, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, well. All right. That's going to wrap it up for today's issue. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at Darth Vader number 12. Darth Vader number 12. And I should also mention that, all right. We go right into 36. Even though this comic's No, it handles it correctly. Never mind. Don't listen to me anymore. Listen, we're fine. Darth Vader number 12 tomorrow. From Star Wars Comics Daily, I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
And until tomorrow, may the Force be with you.